Department of Ag, Natural Resource Conservation Service.
I'll just attach it. I'll reach out to him. Yeah.
Were you in here for the housing meeting? Were you in here for the housing meeting?
No, just me.
I knew you would be, but I didn't know how you got in here. We were all out here waiting, the door was closed, and I
Some
didn't see
came in
you.
this way.
I knocked on the door.
Oh, okay.
Did you guys have a closed session?
Yeah,
Oh, okay, that's why the door was shut.
yeah.
There was no sign on the door or anything.
There's no sign, I think it's probably just locked or.
That was locked.
It was locked.
Yeah,
We had,
it's
we
closed.
had a closed session for a while, a little bit.
But I didn't see you walk by the front doors. I just missed you, so. Is Rebecca Pittman under your council?
She is, but she hasn't been here for a long time, quite a long time. She's not well or something, but her term expires in February, so we're looking at just replacing her. But her, her term doesn't expire until February. In February, we think that's right.
Her husband's not well.
I'd say in the last year, she's been here once.
They're just shut-ins.
Yeah. And she's one of the check signers. We talked about that today, but they have a hard time finding her to get her to sign checks. So.
She's there, but she doesn't respond.
Well, I guess the problem is you normally need to come by housing authority office over there and sign them.
She needs to get out.
If they've got checks, and I mean, Bo and I with signers, but most of the time, if one of us is unavailable,
You guys are good to get started.
I nominate Jeffrey Baker as pro tem committee chairman this evening.
second.
Throw them to the wolves.
All in favor?
Aye.
Do I vote on that too?
Roll call first, I guess.
Okay, we'll take a roll call of the members who are here right now. We'll start
There's no here.
Keith Goodspeed here.
John Hellinger here.
Jeff Baker here. Brad Bagley here. Okay, we're gonna forego the approval of the minutes from last meeting. We'll do that in our December meeting. So we'll move to the first action item, the rezone Harmston Avenue discussion for Drew. What do you got?
Okay, so this is a follow-up item as we've brought this to the commission the last 2 months with public hearing and discussion. We'll pull it up on the screen again, just so everybody's aware of what we're voting on tonight. For approval of the rezone of the Harmston Avenue area. This would be an RM18 zone change. Hang with us just a minute. Is there any questions while we're pulling that up? Okay.
Is there anything wrong with doing an RM13 instead of an 18?
We talked about it, but the commission did vote to go RM18 instead of the RM13, just to be contiguous with the land use around that. And when we pull the map up, it'll make a little bit more sense.
Only comment I had is, I can't remember where I was reading this at, but there is somewhat of a discouragement from just doing huge blocks of the same zoning, at least the what I read, right? And I think this would make that block even larger. I just wonder if there's a downside to that or not, but.
Well, it's a caveat, it's a kind of a catch.
It's kind of weird too, right? Because there's actually other areas that are now zoned commercial that are similar to this that, anyway, I don't know, we probably don't need to address it now, but in the future, there are more spots that would make more sense not commercial too, that were residential but happen to be in the 500 feet off of
Yeah.
the highway or whatever, so.
Yeah, years ago, they took a pretty wide swath and approved for commercial, to protect the commercial area, and I can see why they did it, but on the other hand, it hasn't, if the land use doesn't change from what's currently there, then they can still enjoy the residential side of things, but it's when it changes to commercial, but they didn't want it to go back to the residential. They want to protect that commercial area. So, okay. Yeah, this is the current zone. Well, yeah, the RM18 takes up the larger amount of the zone around. We don't have the zoning map, but the RM18 surrounds the RM13 and the R16. So that's why I believe that you as a commission decided to go with that RM18 with that zone change. And this would be the area that we would be changing with that outline.
If we were to not that this is gonna happen, but if we decided not to do it, we'd have to go back to have a public hearing and all of that, so.
Yeah.
So I think we should just carry on. I wasn't in favor of the 18 that time either. I wanted it, but it got passed.
Is that a motion?
I'll make the motion that we approve this R18 for that Harmston subdivision, whatever it's called.
Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Seconded by Lynn. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Any opposed?
No.
Should we take a roll
Was that
call?
a no or was that
It was a no.
you vote no?
Yeah, I vote no.
Oh, okay.
It still passes, but
So,
just for the record.
You get on that one, Sierra? Okay. We ready to go on to the next one, Drew?
Yep.
The beach and site plan.
okay. So we bring before you a site plan approval proposal for the Rodeo Drive beach and location. It would be in between the car wash and Family Dollar. I don't have the there's the GIS, just a second.
Who owns the property, Drew?
Okay.
Yes, and all that.
Good Labor currently owns it. Colton King, sorry, I almost forgot your name. Colton King is under contract.
Yeah.
To purchase the property. So this would be proposed to go on 0.29 acres, I believe, that is there. So does everybody know where this is at? We didn't have our GIS map loaded up here, but it's just across the street from Stewart's. The Jiffy, it'd be the Ross Quick Lube now, just to the south of Ross Quick Lube, right in that area. So the site plan, if you want to scroll through that a little ways, we have identified that, that's good. The proper parking, the drainage, they've worked on the drainage as well. With this one, we will be draining to Rodeo Drive where we have a storm drain within the vicinity to drain into the actual storm drain, improved storm drain. With this one, it's going to be drive-through only, I believe, outside seating. There won't be an inside lobby. And if there's any questions on the building, Colton's here to answer that. He'll be the owner of that. Or is the owner of the current one.
You're the owner of Beachin. It certainly is an active enterprise in Roosevelt City.
Busy.
I can go shopping and get out, and there's still people in line that. This is a great thing you're doing. So, changing slightly, the property behind it, it doesn't abut the cemetery. So Lynn Snow will still own some
Correct.
little spot back there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's all attached to the existing car wash now.
This
Oh.
doesn't take up all the frontage either on the road. It's just right, there's kind of that road that goes back to the dollar store. It's like, right, it abuts to that little road going back to the dollar store, and maybe it comes halfway down or something. There'll still be some undeveloped property.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this section here to probably here will be still.
It's a little less than
Well,
just
I didn't-
just
Yeah.
Just a little part of that square.
Another acre.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
about here, it's like 20,
Okay.
It's just,
Mm-hmm.
Show me what you
Is that big enough for you? I guess you
Yeah.
figured it out.
Yeah.
It's like 130 by 100.
Yeah.
You're okay with it, huh?
Yeah, it's like right, I mean, a little bigger would be awesome, but it fits everything we can do. So for this town, it works great. So,
so they're just gonna be right here.
So if there's any questions to ask, either Colton or myself, if not, we would be looking for approval of the site plan for the beach and location on Rodeo Drive. Of
You're gonna have
course,
to build that up.
that was brought up, yes, it will have to take care of some
A
grade.
little bit, yeah, I mean, honestly, we were kind of surprised, like when the surveyor came out, and surveyed everything. It says it doesn't actually build up too much, but I mean, my contractor came by, and was like, we need to build it up.
It'll be built up so it all drains out to the road.
It looks low, so
Yeah.
I thought it would need to be built up.
There was a day that was very, very swampy or wet.
Is this the version with the sidewalk?
No, this was not, we just had an updated version yesterday sent over to us, but I cannot get that thing to, he sent it over in a weird file.
Oh, through the WeTransfer.
I can't get it, so we do have a paper copy that I just was dropped off
I was
tonight.
thinking it'd be just good to explain
Yeah,
the
let's do
sidewalk on
that.
that drive.
So it's on record. So we did have them add, it's not on this current one, but it is in the plans I have there, 5-foot sidewalk here. One thing that we do need to work with the engineers is the apron, just to make sure we get that to city standards or
ADA.
ADA as well.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that we'll talk with Wally about in our engineer approval. So this will be the site plan, then after this is approved, we'll review the engineer drawings for administratively and issue the final approval with the building.
Any concerns from Public Works on sewer thing?
Water location, that's one thing that we will be working through. I gotten in touch with our water.
So I've heard it's already,
Guy.
it's there, so
Okay.
I went over there as well, and everything's kind of there, so a lot of the utilities are, they're there.
So yeah, we'll identify the sewer and water as we work through the review of the engineer plans.
And it looks like there's just gonna be a couple tables there.
So there's like a little canopy. If you've seen our vernal location, there's those tables outside, so
Yep.
it's similar, but it's like a little covered patio.
Okay.
So
But basically, the parking stalls are just for employees.
employees, and there's one for like DoorDash and online pickup, so.
And the parking meets code, Drew, building
Yeah,
code.
so parking stalls, we worked with this engineer on this and they do meet the code as far as the parking stalls, the amount of them.
I think the one thing we'll all appreciate is that it seems like you've got quite a bit of staging or queuing for the cars.
Yeah,
So,
and that's like been our biggest problem now is, I mean, they come out.
yeah, once you have 5 cars in there, then nobody else pulls in, right?
Yeah, and that was our whole purpose, was just for safety and
Yep.
all that, so.
Now, you do cookies, right?
Yeah.
Is there no problem with about cooking? I mean, is there, what if you decided to do hamburgers or something later on? Is there any?
So all of our, we actually have a bakery, so we own an independent private bakery that we do all our things out of.
Okay.
And so for here, we will never do fried things, we'll never bake out there, it'll be down on site.
Oh, okay.
So,
Okay.
This is just for mixed drinks.
yeah,
Okay. Okay.
no food.
Any other questions from the board? Commission?
I should quantify my statement I just made, non-alcoholic mixed drinks. Qualify that. Maybe.
Oh.
No,
I would,
not here.
I would just encourage if we get when we get a motion, if it's approval, that we just make it note in that we'll do that approval on the updated one with the sidewalk in front. Any motions?
I'll move as such, that we approve with the contingency that the new one has the sidewalk.
Talk in your mic so you can hear you.
So I move that we approve this pending the new site plans have the sidewalk.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay.
Okay.
There's nothing else on the agenda, right?
Good job. That's nice deal.
Yeah, it's been a long time in making, so.
I'm excited.
I wanted to visit, again, I mean, we've had visits in the discussions in the past several months about RV parks. Have we made any decisions or anything?
We voted on, well, you guys, I guess, voted on that, so.
We did? I didn't remember voting on it.
What did we decide?
We said no.
I felt like there was a decision made that we were not interested in adding more. I believe our minutes will show that.
Yeah, it was voted on when you were here, so.
I don't remember that vote. I didn't certainly vote for that. I mean,
But those would be the minutes we would be approving. The
This
next,
next time, yeah.
okay.
Just the last meeting
The
in
last
October,
meeting.
right?
so we voted that we decided that we weren't interested in them for the time being.
Yeah, I mean, we'll look at the minutes to know for sure, because I don't have that good of a memory, but I feel the general consensus from the commission was that way, but
Dale did call, the chair called the vote. The majority was no. I think there's a couple yay, but the majority was.
I just go by the one, in Ballard right there, that's clear full and look at, the tiny homes in Mighton and different things. And then when I'm out of town, I drive through some of them, and I mean, there's some of them I really like to look at, that have a little building where they can go in and wash their clothes and they can, especially when there's a little pavilion where they can eat and different things. I mean, I just think it would be nice to have one of those kind in our area. I mean, and then you go to some of the tournaments and things we have here, where we have all these people and RVs, and they stay in the parking lot, and I mean, and there, some of them in the backyards and the front yards of houses. I mean, they've got these RVs parked, and I'm just thinking, I mean, why wouldn't we want to have them in an RV park rather than in the backyard or in the front yard of these houses?
yeah, I think there's definitely, there could be a discussion there. The thing that probably turned me off the most is I know we had a potential developer show up once, but when we had, I feel like, did we even have a public hearing on it, or maybe we didn't, but I don't feel like the commission, us as a board, or the commission ever really heard from the developer again. So I guess I'm torn as to whether there's that much demand to put one in as well, especially with the understanding that I think if the city did do one, we would follow other cities' requirements or close to, which require paving, full utilities, potentially curb and gutter. I mean, anyway, I guess that's part of the reason I felt like we just drop it too, because it didn't seem like the developer was that gung ho
But
about.
who's the developer?
It was Lance that came in the one time, right?
So Lance was the one who was
Lance Denver.
inquiring of doing a project, and that's what spurred the conversation with this commission. Directed from the mayor to come back to this commission with that idea, and we kicked it for 2 meetings, I think, 3 meetings maybe.
I just don't ever remember a no on it. I just thought it was, remember that discussion of it.
Maybe we can just add that to the next agenda, just a recap on what was in the minutes, and maybe you can dig into that, Drew, and just give us a.
Yeah, there was a vote, a consensus or a vote. Dale called the vote, but we can put that in the minutes. Yep. And it's recorded. You're welcome to go back online and watch it.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that.
So, and if it's something the commission wants to readdress at some point,
I don't know. I mean, I just drive over that one in, over behind Maverick, and I mean, that thing is so full, and I mean, there aren't, I just think you could build it a little bit nicer one, but I mean, they're just full. I mean, you've got a comment out here.
Yeah, well, I'm with you there. Roosevelt's a drive-through town. And I think we need something like that, that give people to stop and stay a day or night or whatever. So anything we can do to, in my mind's eye, anything we do to stop people even for an hour.
Well, I don't, I'm not sure that how many are gonna, if they've got a nice RV, are gonna wanna go to the one that's behind that trailer park out by the airport. I mean, most of them wouldn't wanna be there. Have you got a comment?
Can I comment? I don't know.
Sure.
Just speaking of this, my dad actually, when they sold their house a couple of years ago, they actually moved in, they actually went into the camping trailer. They actually went trailer park to trailer park like that. They stayed at some of the nicest ones in Utah for quite some time as they built their home. And so he himself was actually working on getting one built in Manti. So that's where I'm currently from. And so when he's gone through, I mean, I have a bunch of people in Myrtle too, because there are trailer places there. Their RV parks are packed all the time. They're looking to build new ones. And so it's become a huge trend, especially since COVID. And I know, like, even in the real estate world, it is like the number one thing that investors are going after right now is RV parks.
Yeah.
So especially to build the nice ones that are have that kind of facility where they can do laundry and a little convenience store. And so it's I've had many discussions with my dad about it because he's working on building one as well.
Some of them have a little covered pavilion or a little, a little table by the trailer and things. And
Are they long-term or short-term?
It depends. So like the ones that usually stays up, they actually only allow certain years of a trailer to even be there. So that way it's, kind of keeps out some of the older ones and allows some of the nicer and bigger ones to come. So he would sign like month-long stays. And so he kind of just redo it. But at the same time, the ones that stayed, you had to have a nice trailer, you had to, have kind of, they just had different requirements.
in our area, it'd be hard to say you can't be there. I mean, the problem is, if you build one, and you say you can't stay there over a week, then in the winter, it's gotta be empty, but, so there needs to be something that I'm just, having been in real estate, I'm just, looking at that and saying, and then I know where Lance was planning on doing one?
Yeah, off 3000 West, right?
Where?
3000 West,
Yeah.
like Ostler Corner area.
Just south of that.
Yep.
And,
I'd say we put it as a discussion item again. I guess just you give us an update, Drew.
We can, like I said, last month.
We'll see it in the minutes too.
Yeah, it'll be in the minutes. Last month, Tommy, and I can almost remember who voted yea and nay, just off the top of my head, but we'll put it in the minutes for the next meeting.
Yeah, I mean, me personally, and I think one thing you could pass on, Lynn, if you know of potential developers, like one thing that steers me away from it is they sure don't seem to be knocking down at least our door here to make it happen. So to me, that shows that they're not that interested, but maybe they are, right? The other thing is I work with multiple entities. There's a potential developer that's going to build one in Ballard, but you can build as many as you want in Ballard right now, or Duchesne County, and they don't seem to be happening. Which some of that's potentially utilities, right? Not having sewer, but
Comment.
Yeah.
It was mentioned last time that Lance was at the Ballard City Council or whatever, planning and zoning that very evening. And I made the comment, if we don't do it, I'm sure that Ballard will. And is he the developer then that's gone to Ballard? Okay.
I actually checked up on that, and I'm not sure he actually went to Ballard. Maybe he did, but
Okay.
I haven't heard anything about it. I asked specifically, so again, it's tough, right? I think there's a demand for that too, right?
I think we'd wanna have standards, you know, I mean, it'd be good to, so we had it. I mean, we'd look at the plans, have a general plan for what they're gonna do and then see that that's.
Yeah,
Appealing,
I remember
you know?
Tommy and I talked that at least the people that we run into and talk and asked in the community were, I wouldn't say generally in favor, right? It wasn't, they didn't say necessarily absolutely not, but so anyway, I think it could be something discussed. It's obviously a polar topic. There's definitely some feelings both directions, and that's not bad, right? But I think for me, again, I'd even be curious if we wanted to talk about it again. Is it kosher to put out a survey on this city's website to see if people are actually interested? I don't know.
That would be an idea that we could look into, definitely, and we'll have detailed minutes on this. Then we can open it back up for discussion if you'd like to.
Do you have anything else on your report, Drew?
I do not.
Does the commission have any other items for future discussion that we want to make sure get on an agenda? If not, I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Unanimous.
Good job there, Jeff.
I don't know. I can't